Hey,
Hey,
how are you doing?
good, thanks. How are you?
Good. Um,
Have you had a good week?
oh man, yeah, not bad.
Good.
I'm not sure if Matthew gonna join because I think he's at Ashray.
Yeah, he said he was going to be at a conference. I think he said he was going to try and jump out, but he does have he's in some kind of presentation right now.
Oh,
He said he needs to. Oh, it was like an industry event. He needed to show his face. So
oh, okay,
um, yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to jump out or not. I
okay,
haven't heard anything from him. So
yeah. Um, that's why I'm not sure if he can join here. So, did you submit the abstract?
yeah,
Cool. Okay.
yeah. So we haven't heard anything back yet. I put It turns out you need to it requires a bit more information than I was expecting. So we have to provide like speakers and stuff. So I just put myself and Matthew
Mm,
down for the time being, and we'll
okay.
figure out that
Okay.
later.
Sounds good.
Um,
Sounds good.
but at least now there should be two points of contact. Um, and yeah, should all be okay.
Okay. That's cool. Um, so I think, yeah, but then we need to basically go over the document and start kind of assigning tasks and different parts, different people be a lead on that.
Yeah, we've got to. Yeah, we have to start actually doing the document. We've got. I mean, it looks like six. Yeah, probably we've got about 10 weeks to finish. So
Okay, yeah. It's gonna be, yeah, it's gonna be a little bit tricky. We have GTC in front of ourselves, which gonna be in like 5 weeks or so. Um, yeah, mid-March, and I'm gonna be uh busy with that, but I gonna find enough time that I make sure that I can take care of my part.
okay, cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good. Uh I have started to fill stuff in already.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah, so I've started working on section two,
Okay.
kind of maturity level stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you want to have a pull up the document and have a look. I think I presented it as a table, but I think um, it might be better off kind of the levels being defined in text and then maybe a diagram of some description, like maybe a staircase diagram, something like that. Um,
Yeah, yeah. I think diagram is kind of a better presentation.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
yeah,
that's
people
the
can
kind of thing
relate
that can
to
be
it a little
shared
bit.
around and be included in other people's presentations, so it
True.
potentially increases the impact too. Um,
Okay. Yeah, types of digital twin. Got it.
you're looking at page 9 and 10 in the
Yeah.
document.
Oh, nice. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
The
Actually, we had a conversation with the company the other day, and they they were keep calling their CAD file as digital twin, and even
Yeah,
the CAD file with not good resolution. I don't know, in Revit or something, and um, I had this argument with them that okay, so when we are talking about digital twin, we have some minimum standards, and it has to be met. And but they were keep saying, yeah, no, always for us, Revit file is the best kind of digital twin that we can build. Said, okay, let's wait for a document comes from OCP that you guys gonna see. That's it doesn't meet the minimum requirement of a digital twin. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
anyways, okay, it seems good. So, I kind of need to go over this document and um, maybe
Yeah.
it can work on the challenges or yeah, challenges is mostly um, having like a kind of uniform um, data availability across the different components, and that would be kind of a big deal to that we can get. So
Yeah.
if
Well,
we
there's two aspects of that, isn't there? There's the I've got in here already this standards aspect of just kind
Mhm,
of data transport type stuff. There's also the ontological aspect of like
exactly,
what do you mean when when you say power? What's that measured in? What are the units? What are the what's the
yeah,
resolution? All that kind of stuff. Um,
yeah. So anyways, yeah, it it seems good, but still need to kind of go over the detail. That the good thing is we're doing like a POC, uh, um, that's kind of our internal project. But from that POC, we're going to kind of learn a lot. That what kind of information is needed, and to some extent, some information and some connections to like BMS, the platform, and so on is too much to ask. So I agree that we need to break it into like a standard or advanced version. That depends on the usage. If they want to use it only for a design, that's a different story. By using it during the operation. So
well, I mean,
yeah,
strictly speaking, a digital twin is both, right?
yeah,
You're supposed to be doing it properly. You start with the design and the model and the system iterate together, and it goes into operation, and you continue to use your digital twin in the
true.
operation
Yep,
of the system.
yeah. Yeah, you should have the capability to bring it to the next level. So yeah,
Yeah.
seems good.
I'd
So
be interested in your feedback on kind of level 4 and 5 of this. I think level 5 is kind of the it's kind of pie in the sky future looking.
okay.
Um kind of we'll have fully autonomous everything.
Hmm.
Um level 4 I think is kind of mm, similar to what you've been talking about
Hmm.
more recently with like autonomous agents using digital twins. Um, so specifically, I'd like your feedback on that and kind of maybe some notes on it if you think, oh no, that's not feasible, that should be in 5, or well, we're already doing that, that's in 3, that kind of thing.
No, I think yeah, this future work is kind of um, yeah, it's kind of very important because at this point, based on my knowledge, I don't know any company that's they can fully develop a digital twin for the center. And one purpose of this document is basically having different companies from different part of the industry to join. So that would kind of encourage them more that they can see themselves as a future work. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. The idea was to kind of place most people in levels 2 and 3, with research maybe being done in 4.
Mm-hmm.
Um, just so
Yeah.
there's kind of somewhere for people to go. It's a roadmap, not a like state of the union of where we are now. It's kind of a it should encompass what went before, what is happening now, and what is in the future.
Gotcha. Okay. Sounds good. So yeah, I don't think Matthew gonna join. So
No.
yeah, we can.
We
Hey,
do have
Mark.
Mark though. Hi, Mark.
Hi, how you doing?
Good. How about
Hey.
you?
Yeah, good. Yeah, I've been missing from these calls for quite some time, and I was really glad to see that you put a submission in for the EMEA Summit to speak, which is good. Um, and also the subject came up recently that there's a guy from Meta, Julius. I don't know if you know. I don't know if you know Julius. Julius Kusuma. Kusuma.
Mm, no, I don't
Well,
know.
what's happened is, I think there's been a bit of a disconnect within the DCF project. I'm not understanding what other work streams are going on.
Mhm.
And so Madhu, who's our steering committee representative, he's he works for Google, if you didn't know. Um,
So
he said it would
Madhu
be a
is
good
not with
thing to.
Google anymore?
Sorry?
Madhu is not with Google anymore?
No, he is with Google, yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
You said he was. Thought he left Google. Okay.
No, he hasn't left
Mm,
Google, so he's
mm,
still in place, and he's so he helps to steer the work of this DCF project,
cool.
and he effectively said, well, we'd be good if we could get a digital twin workstream in operation. Um, so as I say, there's clearly a lack of awareness, and so Julius is going to be presenting at the project call, the DCF project call on the 19th.
Mm,
So talk about what you guys are doing. I understand from what I believe. I don't know exactly what his aims are, but so I invited him to join this group, which he has done. I was hoping that he was going to come along to the meeting today, but if not today, hopefully he could come along to the next meeting, so that if he is going to present at the next project call next Wednesday, then there is some sort of harmonization of thoughts on where this is headed.
that's cool.
Yeah, so that's why I just wanted to just jump in and just sort of give you a sort of a heads up on what I see is happening. Yeah, it would be good to to have more people get involved with this. We don't want. I don't think we ever wanted a very large group, but I think we certainly could do with some
Few
assistance
more.
to share
Yeah,
that
of course.
Yeah.
beyond
I think
beyond
we've
three.
realized that the best way of getting people to join is this first white paper potentially presenting at the EMEA summit.
Yeah.
Hopefully people will be interested in it and then kind of see, oh, that's happening. There's some good work there. I want to get involved, and potentially after that, then we've got kind of a better idea about the work stream, and more people giving giving their opinions, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, absolutely. And okay, so I will, I'll message Julius, see if he can get along to this call next week, and
Okay.
just have a chat and see what his goals are. But we certainly could do with Meta. Well, I mean, I've asked Scott Sharp, my co-lead
Mhm.
in the OSP Ready program, see if we can get anyone from Google involved, but that hasn't happened at the moment. I'll give him another nudge and see if we can get someone from Google as well.
So in the kickoff meeting that we had during the OCP summit, I think there was someone from Google.
It would have been Scott.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Scott. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But he's he's not this is something that he uses, but it's not something that he's involved in the development of, as far as I'm aware. There's a whole team to involved. Yeah, I'm here to try and expand the group, and I know
Yeah.
Katie are really keen, and also Bijan said that he'd like to come along to one of these calls, just to talk about how he can see this work sort of spreading out within the other projects. I don't know if Bijan has reached out to you yet on this. No, okay.
No, not yet.
Because I think that was I saw in one of the summaries of one of your meetings about where do we go from here after the white paper, and certainly Bijan has got some ideas around that, and he can certainly spread the word and encourage other projects to to use the sort of the work you've started and create the basis for other collaboration. So maybe I'll give Bijan another nudge as well to see if we can get him to come on. Yeah, and I think the sooner the better, really. Maybe
Of course.
if you guys are going to be on the call next Tuesday, I'll see if we can get on the call next Tuesday.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great.
So,
Yep.
okay. So I will chat with Julius and Bijan, but yeah, it's good. Yeah, I've had a quick sort of look at the white paper, and I see things are starting to move forward, and you're identifying the levels and things like that, which is a not an easy thing to do, but
No.
But yeah, good. Yeah, good. Yeah, good to see you guys.
Yeah.
Involved.
Likewise. Yeah, we need to expand as much as we can. I know I was in a call with Microsoft the other day, and they were talking that they're heavily investing on digital twin right now, and they are trying to make their new deployments based on digital twin. And I thought, okay, so everybody is working. Well, I've heard Oracle is also doing some work. So why not bring everybody to OCP? And it's a good place that everybody can exchange their thoughts, so they can work together. And because it's not an easy task. If it was, basically it was done already. So OCP is the best place that we can work together.
And it's also the place where like everyone can contribute without dominating it being like
Exactly
the show or the Microsoft show or whatever.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and so certainly Oracle are getting more involved. They're going to be Craig Pennington is going to be at the EMEA Summit. He's going to be on one of the panels, and Craig is a key. I don't know if you know him or
I know him.
Yeah. Okay.
I know.
Yeah. So if he's probably not directly involved with it, but he certainly has got major influence from what I can see, and he's certainly collaborating on the telemetry side. So we have this, we have a work stream in operation around telemetry. And Craig is involved with that alongside Microsoft as well. So I think it could well be that what we need to do is in these other groups, we've got the telemetry group, we've got another group around advanced cooling that Sucket's involved with, and sort of just we need to mention within these other groups that we've got digital twin happening as well. Can you spread the word amongst your colleagues and get them involved? So I think we've got some really key work streams going on now that are really important, and I think we can. I think maybe we can see some, support, amongst all of these different work streams under the DCF, Yeah, maybe at the Mio Summit we can sort of make, try and get some meetings going and introduce some people, that you haven't met yet, and
Sounds
yeah,
good.
Yeah.
just keep it expanding.
Cool.
Yeah. Right. Okay, then I'll
Cool.
leave you guys to carry on chatting, and I will I'll get on doing some nudging.
Cool.
Involvement.
Thanks for
Cool.
joining, Mark.
Thanks, Mark.
Okay, then. Thanks a lot. See you soon.
Cheers. Yep.
Thanks.
See ya.
Cheers. Okay. So I think that's our logical next step. That's basically we go over this document and try to basically go and each of us take one part as a main responsibility, and then each week we can review it and give comments and basically try to finish it. You said 10 weeks, right?
Yeah.
But I think we should be able to finish it faster.
Yeah. I don't think it's not that complicated of a document, I don't think.
Yeah.
And I think we know roughly the content, and the difficult part was getting kind of what do we want to say. Yeah, I think we can all kind of fill in bits and pieces with, oh yeah, this is just bread and butter kind of stuff.
Perfect.
Yeah, I'm happy to. I don't know. I don't know what kind of organization you prefer. Previously, we've just been like, pick a section, do a section, although nobody's actually done a section yet except me.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you just want to pick something that kind of interests you and do that, and then we can come back to it
Yeah.
next week and kind of. But I know Matthew wanted to look at some of these challenges and barriers. I think maybe around co-simulation.
Yeah, I think he deals with challenges and barriers much more than all of us. But maybe I can work on the conclusion and the future works. See where we are heading to. So that description of what that operational digital twin mean, and then what we can get out of it. So that part I can kind of work on that.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah,
perfect. Cool.
I'm gonna keep on working on this section 2, I think. Maybe make some diagrams. I'll look into kind of now that I'm looking at it, I'm thinking like this might be split into 2 sections of like a maturity matrix or a maturity model of just like, where are you, and then also something around like different aspects of digital twins and how they all kind of fit together and which systems are interacted. Yeah. But I think there's 2 things. We definitely need to have some stake in the ground as opposed to like combat that talk in the industry that you mentioned around like, oh, I've got a CAD model, that's my digital twin. Like we've got to have that in there, but then you've got to advance the talk more than that.
Even about the CAD. So let's say like a CDU object. So if I go to any of these CDU vendors and say, hey, give me CAD file, they 99.9% they hesitate to do that. And we should also define what kind of detail we want. So I'll take CDU as an example again.
Sorry, what is CDU?
It's cooling distribution unit.
Okay.
That provides liquid cooling for the IT equipment. And like control system is another kind of big property data that people have a hard time to share. So such those details we need to make sure that we have good alignment with the industry. So that's why having colleagues from other companies like CDU vendors, like any other component vendor, can help us to see how much data that they're going to share, and from that data, how much of it is kind of useful.
Yeah, I was gonna say this, like the having this kind of boundary with proprietary data, and like it's not a novel problem because
No,
the automotive industry deals with this all the time.
yeah, I know. Yeah, yeah.
So they've kind of settled on FMI and Simulink models and S functions of their modes of transport and stuff. So yeah, it's definitely doable. It's just getting everyone on board.
Yeah, of course. Okay, cool. So let's make this done. So let's chat next week. Hopefully Matthew gonna be back, and then we're gonna get other folks from other companies.
Yeah, Julius and Bijan hopefully joining
Yeah.
Tuesday. So
Yeah.
awesome. Cool.
Cool.
Well, have a good
Good
week.
to talk to you.
Yeah, good to talk to
Yep.
you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Talk to you next week. Cheers.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.